Why is it so good? Why is it that way? I don't know. Hello friends and welcome to Typically Hazardous. I am Steven and today's another edition of Cowboy Cooking! So today we're going to be making a homesteader's delight, just like your great grandma used to make. We're going to be making homemade butter. It's crazy good and crazy easy, so let's jump right in. You ready for this? Oh, can you see that? Focus, focus, boom! That's it. That's your entire ingredient list. Okay, here we are. This is like 99% of the battle right now, is just getting enough movement in that cream to turn it into butter. There's nothing really fancy about this, and there's about 100 ways to do it. Like your ancestors would have used like a butter churn. I'm not gonna use a butter churn. I'm gonna actually use the KitchenAid. I'm gonna use this little whiskey kind of attachment here. You can do this with, you know, like a hand mixer that you just hold and do that way. That's fine too. The only thing you want is like one of these whisk style attachments. That's what you're after, instead of like one of the solid metal ones. Okay, so it's starting to get yellow, and you'll be tempted to stop here. Don't stop here, okay? Because what's ultimately gonna happen here is the butter is going to separate from what you know as buttermilk, and we wanna make sure that the buttermilk separates out of this before we stop. So it is getting close, but we're not done yet. Not till it starts to separate. Okay, there it is. I wasn't watching very closely. So we sort of splattered a little bit. Let me clean up and I'll show you how to do the rest of this. Now that we've got all of that buttermilk to separate properly, the next thing that we're going to do is actually just remove the buttermilk from this and then roll up the butter and we're done. It's good to like do like a little filter on this, like if you have like a cheesecloth or even you know, any kind of like more coarse filter will work. I'm gonna just pour it right in and then filter it later. Okay, we got most of that. Okay, so butter time, and all you have to do is do like a little bit of wax paper. I'm gonna actually use a freezer paper here. But all you really want is something just with a plastic inside, something that is going to make sure that the butter doesn't permeate. Like if you did this side where it doesn't have that wax coating, it would really just get real nasty. So you need like a wax paper, a freezer paper. You can even do like a saran wrap, although I think that's kind of unwieldy to use. Take our butter. Golly, that is a ton of butter. I'm gonna do like maybe like half of this, because it's just so much. Boom! You've got homemade butter right there. Very exciting. I don't know why, but my heart pounds like every time I'm gonna try something I make. I don't know why I get like this. All right, here we go. That is, yeah. It's so much better than anything you would get in a store. And I don't know why. I don't think they make it significantly different. This is an unsalted butter. You could add salt easily enough, but it doesn't need it. I don't know why. Like the flavor, if you compare this to unsalted butter at the store, the flavor of this is so much more robust and thick and creamy and full. You don't miss the salt at all. But the butter at the store, you miss the salt. Like it just tastes very flavorless. This has just this really, I don't want to say strong flavor. It's a subtle flavor, but it's just such a complete flavor. It just is so good. Okay, friends, that is it. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Typically Hazardous. This was awesome. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time on Typically Hazardous.